Good morning. Today's habit is about the importance of breakfast. As you can see, I'm still in my robe. I know that mornings are crazy for you guys. The first thing you're thinking about is getting the kids ready for school, getting to work. But if breakfast isn't one of the very first things on your minds, you need to start changing your routine. Breakfast, as your mom always said, is the most important meal of the day. If you've ever heard the saying, eat breakfast like a king, eat lunch like a queen, and eat dinner like a pauper, it's definitely something to start thinking about. Your body decides within about the first 45 minutes to an hour whether it's going to burn fat today or burn muscle today. And we obviously want to burn the excess fat and get our metabolism roaring for the rest of the day. And one of the best ways to do that is to start your day with a really quality, high energy, high nutrition breakfast. So I want to show you a couple options when you're choosing your breakfasts. You always want to be sure that you have both a protein and a carbohydrate. You don't want to just do one or the other. This is also something that you do have to get in the routine of. A lot of people say, well, I'm just not hungry in the morning. Well, usually that's because your metabolism has slowed down, so your body isn't telling you, I'm hungry first thing in the morning. So you have to give yourself a couple weeks for your body to adjust to it, and that's going to set the pace for your day. So I have a few sample proteins here that I find are great, quick, easy for breakfast. I have a low sodium turkey. You can even do, one of my great tips is to buy a turkey breast. You have it for dinner, take a couple slices for breakfast, put it on a piece of whole grain toast, which is your carbohydrate, and then you can even put a piece of cheese on it, melt it, toast it, takes 3 seconds to put together, toast it in the oven for 2 minutes. Kids will even love it because it's like a turkey melt. Great option because again you have carbohydrates and protein. Eggs. Fantastic source of protein, as we all know. One of my favorite breakfasts that I know keeps me satisfied, curbs my 3 o'clock cravings in the afternoons. 2 eggs, a spoonful of spinach, and 1 piece of whole grain toast along with a piece of fruit. It holds me over and really gives me energy throughout the day. A couple others. Natural peanut butter or almond butter, putting that on toast, putting it in with oatmeal, putting a spoonful in with your oatmeal in the morning. Again, protein and carbohydrates. I have some fresh ricotta cheese here. Do like a part skim ricotta cheese. You can put a piece of whole grain toast, spread this on that. On the toast, put some berries on top of it. Really delicious. Or just have a small bowl of this or Greek yogurt, plain, without the added sugars and stuff with the fruit. Add your own fruit to it. We also have protein mixes, great for those of you who are out the door quickly and maybe don't have time to necessarily make anything in a toaster or anything. Keep your blender out. Know a few different recipes. We have tons of recipes posted to my BP. So a protein shake, again, you're going to have the protein as well as either the fruit that you're adding to it, maybe add a spoonful of almond butter for a little bit of extra protein. So your carbohydrates, you always want to have, ideally you're adding a fruit or a vegetable to every meal. So we've got apples, pears, kiwi. Try to go for berries, things that are lower in sugar. I always keep frozen berries as kind of a backup. They're great for shakes as well. Stay away from canned fruits. You definitely want to go with either fresh or frozen. Get a variety. Get your kids involved with this. When you go to the grocery store next time, pick out a new fruit or a vegetable so that they get excited about it. You don't want to just be doing grapes and bananas every morning just because they're easy. Start getting into your routine to get that variety. Pears and apples in particular are great in fiber, so they hold you over a lot longer. Oatmeal. Fantastic source of energy. You've got to be careful though not to do the instant oatmeals. You want to go with the whole oats. This is a steel cut Irish oat. Takes a little bit longer to cook, a little bit more preparation, but get a regular whole grain, not instant oatmeal. Take about, half a cup or so, about equal amount, either water. I like to use almond milk sometimes. Put it in the microwave 30 seconds at a time. It is just as instant as the pre-packaged instant oatmeals. Then you can add whatever you want to it. I like to add a spoonful of almond butter along with some cinnamon, maybe even some dried cranberries for some sweetness, but at least you know what you're putting into it. The pre-packaged oatmeals are no faster, you're paying a lot more for it, and you don't know what they're putting into it. Cereals you have to be very cautious of. This is one of my favorites. It's called Nature's Path. It's a whole multi-grain cereal. So you have very few ingredients, and they're using things like barley and millet and quinoa and actual whole grains. This is one of the first cereals that I found that actually keeps me satisfied and I'm not starving 2 hours later. Most cereals, even the healthy cereals that claim you can lose weight on the diets and everything, look at the ingredients, look at the sugar. It's full of a bunch of junk that your body really doesn't need very first thing in the morning. So this week's habit, you had water last week to focus on, now you're building on this new habit. Breakfast, breakfast, breakfast. You've got to work it into your routine. We've given you plenty of options. Talk to your other boot campers about some ideas, what works for them. But get those options, plan ahead, because you're going to notice a huge difference when you start incorporating breakfast, how much better you feel and how much better your results are. So until next time, have a great day.